The Chicago Bears schedule for the 2025 season looks to have been leaked. So let's take a look at it and talk about it and give you guys my biggest takeaways. So what is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. If you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below. I cannot wait to break this down with you guys. It's going to be a ton of content moving forward, even though, again, we're at the end of the offseason here. So we just got to wait a little bit longer, and hopefully football will be here before we know it. Who am I kidding? We still got a couple months. But I will be here with you guys every step of the way, giving and putting out content. All right, so let's talk about the schedule here with the Bears. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the screen here for you guys. So this is the unofficial Bears schedule based off of a number of things, which is the leaks that are already out there, the confirmed games that are already out there, and some projections, all right? So we'll go ahead and just go through the schedule, and then I'll give you guys my big takeaways. So we got the opening day game against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. Then you go to Detroit on the road, week 2. Then you got the Cowboys week 3. Then you got the Raiders week 4 in Las Vegas. And then you got an early bye week. Not a big fan of early bye weeks, but we'll talk about that in just a moment here. Week 6, we got another primetime game here against the Washington Commanders. We got to go ahead and make sure to get revenge from what happened in that debacle last season. That's a Monday Night Football game. Week 7, you got the Saints. Week 8, you got the Ravens in Baltimore. Week 9, another road game in Cincy against the Bengals. Week 10, you got the Giants at home in Chicago. Week 11, you play the Vikings at Minnesota. Week 12, you play the Steelers at home. Week 13 is a Black Friday game in which the Bears will be playing in Philadelphia against the defending Super Bowl champs. Week 14, you got the Packers at Lambeau. Week 15, you got the Browns at home. Week 16, we got the Packers at home. That's a Saturday night game. And then week 17, you play against the 49ers in San Fran. That's a Sunday Night Football game, by the way. And then close out the season against the Lions at home. All right, so that is the full schedule here. So let's talk about the big takeaways. First thing, primetime games. We got about 5 of them, all right? We got the Vikings, Commanders, Eagles, Packers, 49ers. I was expecting about 4 to 5 primetime games for the Bears this season, and that is exactly what we're dealing with here, so I'm good with it. Honestly, the less primetime games, the better. I told you guys I want this Bears team to fly under the radar. I don't want the pressure, the hope, the expectations for all of this until we actually prove ourselves. So the less primetime games, the better for me. But hey, the NFL is going to want to push the Bears. They're a big market team with an exciting young core, so it makes sense, all right? So to me, 5 primetime games, it is what it is. We play Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this season, all right? So again, I mentioned the Monday night game to open the season. Then, of course, you got Sunday games that you play on majority of the season. But you have 2 Monday night games, and then you have a Friday night game, and you have a Saturday game, and then you have a Sunday night football game. So I just thought that was interesting. We do not have any Thursday night football games, and I'm happy about that. Thursday night football, honestly, lowest quality product, I feel like, of all of the days of the week for the NFL. So no Thursday night games for the Chicago Bears. The division games, they're not, stacked up at the end of the season like they were this past season. We have them spread out, right? You start off the season with the Vikings, then you got the Lions, and then you got the Packers at the very end, and then in the middle, right, you're playing the Vikings again. So it's spread out, all right? You don't have them bunched up early in the season or late in the season, and I like that, folks, honestly. I don't like to have the division games, which means so much more, to be just bunched up. Let it be spread out throughout the season, less pressure on you to have to perform 2, 3, 4, 5 games. So that is good. And then no back-to-back division games outside of, I think, the first 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken here. So you got Minnesota and then Detroit. And then you play, let's see here, the next one is going to be week 11 against Minnesota, and then you got week 14, 16 against the Packers, and then 18 against Detroit. So, yep, that does make sense here. And I talked about the early bye week, so let's talk about that. So I'm not a big fan of the early bye week because I feel like the bye week is best suited for when you are late in the season. You got your guys that need a rest. Their bodies are, beat up, broken down. So I would have really preferred a week 10 or later bye in order to, use that to recover, but we get an early bye. So it is what it is, obviously, but I'm not happy about it. I wish we had a later bye week than we do here. And then the other main takeaway here is, which we should have known this even before the schedule came out, which is the road schedule is insane. It is insane, folks. Again, we play the Eagles on the road. We play the Bengals on the road. We play the Ravens on the road. We play the 49ers on the road. We play the Lions, of course, on the road. It is an insanely tough road schedule. So your wins have to come at home. You have to perform at home. You have to take advantage of the home games because the road schedule is tough. And then there are no like easy stretches because of it either. Like there's not like 3 games in a row where you're playing like, you know, pretty pedestrian teams. It's like, no, bad team, good team, bad team, good team, bad team, good team. So it's just a tough schedule throughout. It's a high strength of schedule. So versus last season where we did have an easier schedule, even though we still didn't take advantage of it this season, it is a tougher schedule for the Chicago Bears. So it's not going to be easy. But I wouldn't want it any other way, right? You want to go ahead and prove that you're a good football team by beating good football teams. So that's what's going to take it for the Bears this year. So I'm excited. But yeah, man, that's the schedule. I'll also put out a prediction video as far as wins and losses in a later video. But let me know what you guys think about the schedule. Do you like it? What are your big takeaways from it? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.